Hey, Yamada-san, do you know how to fill the numbers from 1 to 9 in these 9 boxes so that the sum of 3 numbers in each direction is 15? For example, let's place 9 in this box, 5 in this box, and 1 in this box. The sum of these 3 numbers in this diagonal direction is 15. Similarly, the sum of the numbers in each horizontal and vertical direction should also be 15.
I really don't know how to fill these numbers. I'm very bad at mathematics and summation, so I might even make a mistake with the sum of these 3 numbers.
Ha 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 ha, it's okay, no problem. I'll teach you how to fill the numbers correctly, and then you can trick your friends later.
Okay, thank you. よろしくお願いします.
First of all, you have to remember 3 rules. The first rule is the go diagonally rule. The second rule is the go diagonally and drop 3 steps down rule. The third rule is the just drop 1 step down rule. We'll follow these 3 rules to fill all the boxes. So let's start. In the beginning, start by filling in the number 1 in the middle box of the first row, and then apply the first rule. That is the go diagonally rule. But since there's no box to fill the next number, 2, we have to move on to the next rule, rule number 2. Rule number 2 is to go diagonally and drop 3 steps down to fill the next number. For the next number, use the first rule again, but there's no box to fill the number. In this situation, similar to what we did earlier, move to the second rule. Go diagonally and drop 3 steps down. Now the next step is very important. Similar to the previous process, start with the first rule, but if there's a box that's already filled and no space for the next number, that means rule 1 doesn't work here. Move to the next rule, but again, if there's no box to fill the number, rule 2 also doesn't work here. So, in this case, we have to follow rule number 3, the just drop 1 step down rule. For the next step, we can proceed just by following rule number 1. Similarly, for the next number, we can proceed just by following rule number 1. Now, here's the difficult part. Both rule number 1 and rule number 2 don't work, right? So, we have to move to the next rule, rule number 3. And in the next step, follow rule number 2 to fill the next number, 8. Finally, similarly, follow rule number 2 to fill in the 9. Now we've completed filling in all the numbers from 1 to 9. So let's check if it's correct. To start, let's sum the first row of the grid. 8 plus 1 plus 6 is equal to 15. Next, let's sum the first column of the grid. 8 plus 3 plus x 4 is equal to 15 also. Lastly, let's sum the numbers in the diagonal direction. 4 plus 5 plus x 6 is equal to also 15. Also, these rules can be applied to any grid with an odd number of rows and columns. For example, in a 5x5 grid, the sum in any direction should be 65. Thanks for today's trick. If you liked it, please like the video. And for more tricks like this, please follow and subscribe to my channel.